All right, guys. So our next topic here is going to kick us over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe in some capacity because it's kind of the Sony Spider-Verse at this point. Maybe we don't really know yet. We talked last week about the potential of the MCU officially crossing over with the Sonyverse or vice versa. Venom being connected to Tom Holland's Spider-Man and all that sort of stuff. And there's been an interesting development with the the Spider-Man No Way Home film that's coming out. So Sony Pictures Argentina, if I'm remembering correctly, they released a promo video that just kind of played the traditional Spider-Man music over top of it, and then it just splashed to the logo screen. There was no footage from the movie or anything, but at the end of the video, the Spider-Man logo. Oh my god, the music was really loud.
It was
That
loud.
scared me. It was supposed to be muted, but I'm gonna play it in that because at the end of the video, this is what got everybody freaking out here as hold on, I forgot to do this too, guys. I'm sorry. Let me actually turn the damn video on for you to see it. Here we go. So at the end of this trailer, it's only 9 seconds long, but you'll see the logo does a little bit of a glitch here, like that. And if you remember, this is the same kind of glitchy effect that occurred for Into the Spider-Verse. So obviously everyone's kind of losing their shit. You know what I mean? Like, is because we already know we got Jamie Foxx's Electro coming back. We got Alfred Molina's Doc Ock coming back for this movie. We know there's some sort of multiversal entanglement in some capacity. So now that this, because the other thing is with this is they pulled this thing down after they released it. So it seemed like something that Sony did not want out at some
No.
point.
Sin camino a casa.
Yeah, so why else would they, take it down, unless, something they didn't wanna get out yet? But it
Right.
could have all been a ploy. Because here's my thing is with it too, because obviously firsthand, it does seem like something of, maybe vaguely suspicious, you know? I could totally see because I'm thinking the same thing, like, well, maybe this has some sort of Spider-Verse connection, or it's just because it's in the same vein of the Spider-Verse in general because of the multiverse stuff that's theoretically happening in the movie. You know what I mean? 'Cause, I
Right.
mean, Alfred Molina has already confirmed that the Doc Ock he's playing is indeed the Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, from Raimi's Spider-Man 2. It's not just
Right.
playing a different Doc Ock character.
It's
Like
the same guy.
he said that he's playing the same guy as if he got pulled straight out of the end of that movie and now he's in this movie. So that alone completely confirms and indicates that there is some sort of multiversal entanglement of some sort happening in this movie. So a theory that I've always had, at least something that I thought would be cool, since they are doing some sort of multiverse stuff with this movie, the fact that they made Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse and it was such a good movie. I mean, it was an Oscar-winning film, for God's sake. I thought it'd actually be cool for like while they're doing this Spider-Verse stuff. So if you have just like the Flash runs through time and like he through his power he creates the tunnel, into the other world and whatnot. It'd be cool if there was like a scene where Spider-Man's getting shot through the Spider-Verse and he like lands in the Into the Spider-Verse world. So we see animated Tom Holland and it's like
That'd be
this
funny.
the same design, the same animation. It literally looks like he just got dropped into the
That
Into the
movie.
Spider-Verse world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got like Spider-Ham there, Spider-Man Noir played by Nick Cage and all that. And there's just like a quick scene of him just like as he's being very reminiscent to the Doctor Strange scene where the Ancient One just, like, touches his head, then he gets shot through the multiverse real quick.
Yeah.
Just a very quick scene like that. But while this is happening, Peter gets shot into that world. Maybe we see him shot into the 2D Spider-Man world, and he does the pointing thing.
Right,
He's, like,
right.
the 3rd one in there. Yeah, he's just like
Wait a minute.
yeah, and then he gets shot into this world. I thought that'd be a really cool thing to do if they are indeed connecting these universes in some capacity. So
You'd think they are.
I mean, I
Based
don't
on
see
everything.
that's what I'm saying. Based on this trailer, I'd say it's possible. Like now, I don't Alfred Molina's comments, like I said, 100% confirmed there was some sort of multiversal stuff going on. But I mean, if I was Sony and I made Into the Spider-Verse, an Oscar-winning movie, why would I not try to cash in on that in all ways possible? Because it'd be fitting for it. It wouldn't be like they're just doing it just to do it. Like this movie is already gonna be doing some multiverse stuff, so it fits into the theme, like, supposedly, theoretically. So, I mean, I would like to see it. Do you think that they're gonna be connecting this to the Into the Spider-Verse
I
film
don't
in
know.
any way, or do you think it's just because it's in the same vein that they use the same kinda logo?
I think it's that. I don't know that they're necessarily. I mean, it'd be cool if they did it in, in the Into the Spider-Verse universe or whatever, but I don't know that that's gonna happen. I mean, that's a lot to throw into a movie because 'cause you've already got the talk of, like, Doc Ock and, Jamie Foxx and all that sort of stuff. I mean, at that point, it's just like, where would the story even fit in, you know? But I could be wrong.
No, that is a legitimate concern, though, because it's kind of
It's
like,
like they're almost just trying to impress you with, like, "Look what else we threw in," like,
yeah, like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it was like,
every
Sinister
villain you can
6,
think
yeah,
of,
like,
yeah.
we're just doing this to set up Sinister 6, like,
Right.
you do run that risk, especially too, you always run the risk, as we've seen with, like, the Loki show even. Anytime you do anything that involves time travel or multiverse hopping, you just run into the problem of, just logic problems in general. Like, well, if he's here, then how did this happen here kinda thing. You always
True.
run into that, and then you run into, like, watering down your story for the sake of, "But it looks cool," like,
Yeah.
"Ooh,"
That's what I would be afraid of more than anything is, like, they'd sacrifice, like, a good, decent plot to stuff just looking cool and fanfare of, like, "Look what else we put in here," like,
Yeah.
"Guess who else showed up?"
Yeah, I still think it'd be cool if they do have a scenario where he's getting, like, shot through the
They gotta
Spider-Verse.
do the pointing thing.
Yeah, like, if they gotta do the pointing thing, and they gotta do the drop him into this world thing. If they're doing that, though. Yeah, I mean, like, if they have it, because that's really the only way I would see it working. Like, is if, like, Madam Web shows up and touches his head and makes him get shot through, just like the Doctor Strange scene, like, the
Yeah.
exact kind of scene. That would really be the only time and place that I think it would really work as, like, a quick gag, but it's also serving as our exposition dump for, like, he's being explained what's happening and we're seeing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I said, Madam Web touches his head and said, "Oh, there's Spider-Verse stuff, and like this, and this. You're all connected, and blah blah blah." And then as that's happening, you see the pointing scene, and you see him get dropped in there. Like it would work for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't. In the end, like I do agree with you. Like if they start throwing in too much stuff, they just run the risk of like just watering down the story, just like just doing cool stuff for the sake of doing like cool stuff, like,
Right, right.
because it is, you're right, and where it's like you're already trying to throw in Doc Ock from the 2000 Spider-Man movie, and then you're trying to throw in Jamie Foxx from another different Spider-Verse in and of itself. So it's like in that same vein, it would make sense for something like this to happen, but it's also like you gotta make all that make sense first. Like,
Right.
if you're gonna have that stuff happening, like, let's make it make sense before we start throwing even more shit at you just for the sake of doing it. So
True, true.
we'll just have to wait and see, though. I think it'd be cool if they did go that way. Like if they have that scene, like I said, where he's getting shot through the multiverse just for a quick gag. He drops in there and does the thing there. But I don't know about fully connecting the animated world with the live action world. If done right, it could be cool, but in the end, is it really necessary? I guess is the question. So, whatever you guys think, though, let us know down in the comment section below.